24 up the racetrack.
Chastain doesn't have anybody in front of him to go past. He's too far away from everybody.
Less than 2 laps. Christopher Bell trying to do it again. He's already won his way to the next round. From Charlotte, 1 lap to go. Christopher Bell. If he wins the 1 and the 11, fighting for every point right now. Denny Hamlin, 2-point favorite to get in as the championship 4. Bell out of turn 4. He's going to do it. He's won his way into the championship.
Let's go get us a championship.
And the fight for the point right at the line. The 1 of Chastain past Hamlin.
It was a video game move off into turn 3. He put the car against the wall wide open all the way around turn 3 and 4.
Chastain, Elliott, Bell, and Logano are going to fight for a championship in Phoenix. Take a look at what he did.
I have never seen anything like that before in my life.
Wide open around the wall in 3 and 4 at Martinsville. Unbelievable.
Oh my goodness, I have never.
And look at the right side of the car. It's destroyed. But he just did it. Ross Chastain, a 7th-generation watermelon farmer, was supposed to be racing in the Xfinity Series a couple years ago. That ride got pulled away from him. It looked as though his career in NASCAR was done. Take a look again at what just happened. Watch on the right side of your screen.
Outside over here. Outside.
Ross Chastain used the wall all the way around this racetrack to race his way into the championship 4.
He went from 10th to 5th place on that last lap.
It almost doesn't look real. He's going so
doesn't.
fast. Look at this. It looks like a video game. It doesn't look real. He is going so fast.
Trackhouse Racing now has their first competitor that could race for a championship.
How bad do you want it? That's how bad.
I can't even put into words how amazing the move he just did.
Not just the move, but what had he seen, felt, or thought, processed that was a move even available? I mean, think he waited to the last corner of the last lap of the transfer race till you could hear the engine on the rev chip, and out the window, I'm with you, Rick, I couldn't even process what I was seeing. It was a once-in-a-lifetime, a once-in-a-generation type move. I can't wait to hear what he thought as he entered turn 3 against the wall on purpose.
And Hamlin's like, what just happened? Like, there's no way Denny Hamlin can comprehend what just went on there. But that is why Justin Marks hired that guy right there. He's talked about his commitment to winning, willing to do it all. On a day where Christopher Bell had a step-up moment with a shot to win a championship, that guy, Ross Chastain, also.
We've seen it before, but I don't never believe we've seen it work, and certainly not work to that effect.
There's Justin Marks, co-owner of Trackhouse Racing with Pitbull. Big hug for Ross Chastain. Watch this. Just watch.
That is not
Folks, that's not sped up. That is not sped up. That is actual time. It looks as though it is sped up because no one's ever gone through 3 and 4 at Martinsville that fast, ever.
I am willing to agree with that, Rick. I believe that is a new record. I mean, his lap time was 2.5 seconds faster than Christopher Bell.
It was
2.5 seconds. That lap was faster than the pole.
He ran an 18.8 lap on his last lap. And again, it's almost overshadowing what happened with Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell had to come in here and win this race. He did that. He came in and won this race. He had done it before at Charlotte at the Roval, and now he has won his way into the championship 4 and a shot at the championship. Marty.
What a way for Joe Gibbs Racing to get their 200th win. Christopher Bell, back-to-back rounds, delivers in a must-win scenario. What were you thinking on that final restart, Christopher, trying to catch your good friend Chase Briscoe? I see the emotion in your eyes.
Mom and Dad, we did it! Woo! I can't believe it, man. To come here to Martinsville, this place has always been so tough on me. And, you know, pre-race, I was looking up and seeing all the fans, and this place is packed. And just, I don't even know what to say. Just thank you so much to DeWalt, Ream, Toyota, everyone on this Joe Gibbs Racing 20 team, man. They believed in me since day one. You know, we went to Xfinity and did really well, and struggled in the Cup side for the first little bit, and they stuck with me. So very appreciative to be here, and I don't even know what to say.
What is it about this race team that you guys can come through like this in back-to-back rounds, Christopher?
Man, you know, I say it all the time, but the driver is just a small piece of the puzzle for, you know, these races. And, you know, the reason why this car won today is because it was the best car on the racetrack. And Adam Stevens, Tyler, William, this entire 20 group, they never give up, you know. Our back's against the wall and it looks like it's over, and they show up and give me the fastest car out here. So just, I don't know, man, words can't describe this feeling.
That is the emotion, Dylan, of making the championship for Christopher Bell in a must-win. He delivers.
And talk about emotion, Marty. Ross Chastain, oh my word. Ty Norris just leaned in here and asked you when you thought of that move. You said you thought about it before today. How did you ever dream up a scenario where something like that would be what you needed to do and that it would work?
Oh, played a lot of NASCAR 2005 on the GameCube with Chad growing up, and you could get away with it. And I never knew if it would actually work. And I did that when I was 8 years old, and I grabbed fifth gear. I asked off of 2 on the last lap if we needed it, and we did. I couldn't tell who was leading, and I just made the choice. I grabbed fifth gear down the back and full committed. Once I got against the wall, I basically let go of the wheel and just hoped I didn't catch the turn 4 access gate or something crazy, but I was willing to do it. And for this Trackhouse group, right, we've done everything. We have so much right this year that for Advent Health, the Moose, Jockey, Worldwide Express, to lose Rob this year, it's just we've got a Rose riding with us, right, an angel overhead. And yeah, I've thought about that for a long time, but today for our Moose Chevy, we didn't have what we needed, and just glad we could do whatever we could do. An incredible pit stop on the last stop to even put us in position to even be close enough by our pit crew. Our guys are incredible, and all we asked for was a chance.
We've documented your career path. We've talked about how this Trackhouse team is a relative upstart, but you guys had big goals. I know this was a goal of yours, of this team, to have an opportunity to race for a championship. So now that you're in that position, what does this mean to you?
Well, I hope everybody remembers that 2 years ago in the fall of 2020, I went down to the Southern 500 with Spire Motorsports, and it was a big deal for us to put sticker tires on, and we had a podcast sponsoring the car, and it was a big deal to beat one car. We were trying to go single-digit laps down, and that was 2 years ago at the fall Darlington race at the Southern 500, and to be here fighting for a championship now, it's just so surreal. So when I stumble on my words, when I make mistakes on track, I hope everybody remembers, like 2 years ago, I was out here 7 laps down, and now Trackhouse, Chip Ganassi last year giving me the opportunity in the 42, Doug Ducard, everybody there, with Ty Norris and Justin Marks and Pitbull to have this vision and give Daniel and I everything we need. Daniel Suarez, incredible teammate, and I just can't not believe that we have a chance to go fight for a championship. All we asked for is a chance. We kept our world small today and this year so far, and we'll do the same thing going to Phoenix.
They did it with the move that's probably going to be played as long as NASCAR exists. Ross Chastain, Dave, is racing for a championship next week.
Dylan, it was an unbelievable move. It cost Denny a chance to go to his 5th. championship 4. Can you believe it came down that way?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta execute all day, and we just didn't control the race when we had control of it. Each caution, we just kept losing some spots, and it's the way it is. But I thank my whole Chris Gabehart and the whole FedEx Camry team for giving me a really fast car today. I mean, it was just unbelievable when it was out front. Yeah, just couldn't quite hang on to it there on pit road. But congrats to Christopher. You know, those guys just did an amazing job. You know, really capitalizing and doing well and winning races when they needed to. And hopefully they can carry the banner for us.
And Denny, fighting for position late in the race, even with Ross, it seemed like traditional Martinsville, you just got to try to get everything you can.
Yeah, certainly. We're trying to battle, and you know, obviously I was trying to get in there, and you know, but I was, you know, it's racing. It's what racing is here at Martinsville, and actually pretty happy with how somewhat clean it was there towards the end, as crazy as it was with guys on different tires. But you know, can't say enough for my team to give us a shot. We were in the 20s for most of this season in points, just because of our up and down execution. But we're going to end up 5th in points, so that is what it is.
And you've watched the replay a couple of times. What do you think of Ross's move?
It was a great move, brilliant. I mean, certainly a great move by the, you know, when you have no other choice, you know, it certainly is easy to do that, but you know, well executed.
Denny Hamlin's championship will have to wait another year, guys, on a day where they had a fast number 11.
This checkered flag moment brought to you by Advanced Auto Parts. Bell, we heard the emotion in his voice. He is now in Ruoff Victory Lane celebrating. What a day it has been. Those of us that have watched racing for almost all our lives are still shaking our heads. We cannot believe what we just saw. That right there, video game players around the world are saying, I've done that before, but no one would have ever thought it could have been done to get into the championship 4 here at Martinsville. It did. Bell won his way in. Plenty more here from Martinsville. Stay with us. Here they are, the championship 4 that will fight for a title next Sunday, 1:30 p.m. Eastern on NBC. From the oldest of Joey Logano, looking for his 2nd championship. Chase Elliott also looking for number 2. He's also the youngest of the Champ 4.
Well, a couple champs returning, right? Chase Elliott and Joey Logano, they're going to come back. They've experienced this. They've felt what it's like. Christopher Bell, you just saw the emotion. Why not him, right? He won at the Roval. He won here. Then Ross Chastain, guys, I won't lie, still a little speechless about the move. They got him to advance, but hats off to Ross Chastain. I definitely never saw that coming.
When we go to Phoenix, Ross Chastain, one of the more competitive cars there earlier this year, he has a great shot at winning this championship, no doubt. All these guys do. I can see any one of them actually walking away with the title, but now we know what they're willing to do, at least what Ross Chastain is willing to do. I could see him pulling something crazy like that again if it comes down to it at the end of this race. So things are going to be wild and absolutely fantastic in Phoenix.
Well, we saw today everything matters. You heard Denny Hamlin talking about losing spots on pit road. You cannot make mistakes on Sunday. The best teams, the best drivers are going to have to step up. We see it every race at Phoenix. They're going to have to bring their very best. It is going to be a heavyweight fight, there's no doubt. I cannot wait to get there. It's going to be a fun weekend. A lot of stress for these guys, but it's going to be fun for us to watch.
And remember the way it works when you get to Phoenix. Of these 4 drivers, whichever one finishes in front of the other 3, they are the champion. It's time now for the NASCAR America Post-Race Show presented by Progressive. Let's throw it back down to Marty, KP, and DJ. Guys, are you speechless as well?
I would say so. That pretty much sums it up, Rick. Welcome to Victory Lane, everyone, in the Progressive Post-Race Show. Christopher Bell in Victory Lane. That is not the story. What did we just witness, Dale Jarrett? As a Hall of Famer, you've never seen anything like that.
No, but let's first give Christopher Bell his due.
Yes, sure.
I just told him a while ago, I don't know whether to call him the new Iceman, the new closer, but he is the man that gets it done when he has to get it done. And that was a great drive. Great call by Adam. I wasn't sure that was the right call, but he did a great job of driving. But then Ross Chastain, KP, we've been around this sport a long time.
Yeah.
Never in my life.
Never in my life. And I want to go back to Christopher Bell. We talked about it in so many meetings. It's not only the driver, it's the crew chief and the driver combination that wins this thing. We know that Adam Stevens can take a car. We know that this guy now that's 2 walk-offs. What makes you think he can't do it 3 races? What makes you think he can't walk off at Phoenix? Because I believe he can. But Ross Chastain just added a new level. And as far as what we will refer to things now, it's like, what would you do? The question is, would you do a Ross Chastain? And that's the deal. Would you do a Ross Chastain to win a race?
DJ, what I can't fathom is he actually thought about that. He planned that out. And the execution couldn't have been better.
Yeah, no, we've seen something similar to that a couple of times. Ryan Newman doing some things, but then also whenever you think about Kyle Larson at Darlington, I think it was just maybe 2 years ago or last year, and but this took some real thought to think what could you do and what were you willing to do and to make it happen, and to sit inside that car with your foot wide open on the gas against the chip.
Yeah, who thinks when I get to turn 3, I'm going to turn right and stand in the gas? That's what I'm going to do at Martinsville, and I'm going to make this playoff.
I mean, it looks like a video game.
Yeah.
And Rick had to say that is not in fast motion.
No.
That is regular speed. Just the incredible speed that he was able to bring it around and somehow make the championship 4. Well, until 4 to go, it looked like it might be Chase Briscoe pulling off the must-win and earning his way in the championship 4. Right now, he's with Parker Kligerman.
Right, Marty. It was a great call by his crew chief, Johnny Klossmeyer, to put him out on old tires up front. What more you maybe could have done to hold off those newer tires, Chase?
Yeah, I needed probably 8 less laps. That would have been nice. And if I would have known that move that Ross did work, I would have just done that for 8 more laps. So, yeah, I mean, we were obviously on a lot older tire there and thought there for a little bit I was going to be okay, and I just fell off a cliff pretty hard. So, yeah, I should have used the wall. That would have definitely been, I think, a pretty good deal to use there. I've thought about it in the past. I just never was brave enough to do it. But, yeah, I just couldn't hold them guys off with new tires. I mean, I just didn't have the forward drive or even the side bite to hold them off. So, knew when the 6 got to me, I was going to be in trouble. And then at that point, I was so much slower than guys. They were just able to drive through me. So, yeah, proud of our team. We were in position there at the end to potentially capitalize on it. Just a penalty at the beginning really just buried us and just struggled to get back after that. But, yeah, win as a team, lose as a team. These guys have probably kept me in the playoffs more often than not, just gaining me positions on pit roads. So, yeah, go to Phoenix next week and see if we can win.
You were right there as Ross did that move down into turn 3. What were you thinking when you saw him go up in the corner like that?
Yeah, he was behind me. He was probably 10 car lengths behind me, and my spotter told me I think he was needing a point. So I was looking in my mirror to make sure that I wasn't about to get drove through, and I saw him coming. I was like, oh my gosh, he's cleaning me out here, and he was coming wide open. And then I saw him go to the wall, and I was pretty amazed. I was just cringing when he got to the gate off of 4. But yeah, just I don't know if he tried on iRacing or what. I think all of us have done it on some video games and whatnot. But yeah, just he executed it well, and yeah, I'm curious to see what kind of wormhole that opens up at the end of these races going forward for sure.
It's a valiant effort by Chase Briscoe and this 14 team, Dave.
And Ryan Blaney was watching that and opined to me, yeah, I might have tried that too had I thought about that. But your day was really about winning. And you had a car at one point that looked like it could get there. What was the takeaway?
Yeah, I thought, we didn't start off very good. I felt like we kind of faded at the end of the first stage. So we got better and better all night, which is good. We had a shot, to kind of grab the lead there before the last caution and just couldn't get around the 20 and kind of burned my stuff off trying to pass the 20. And but then, just a wild restart and just didn't kind of get through the traffic as quickly as Bell did, and they ended up winning the race. So proud of the discount tire guys. I put us in a bad spot the first 2 races of this round, and we almost had a really good night to where we could move on. So I appreciate their support. Thanks to Menards, Ford, Discount Tire, Advanced Auto Parts, everybody, Body Armor. Stinks not making it to the Final Four, but we'll learn and hopefully apply the good things next year.
I hear what you're saying about this round. Your crew chief told me this morning you've worn a lot of that on you, and this race seemed to be you took all that away. You drove the car hard. The car was at times a winning car.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you're obviously going to feel bad about mistakes you make. Like it was just driver error the last 2 weeks. So, but we tried to do the best to just forget about those and move on from them and just focus on tonight. And that's what we did. And we did a good job of getting better and better, and kind of knew we had to probably win the race. Everyone who was in front of us in points, they run really good here. So, but almost made it happen. Like I said, really appreciate the 12 group for their effort all year, and we'll go try to run well at Phoenix and end the year good. But appreciate all the support and all the fans. Thank you all too.
Strong run today for Ryan Blaney. Dylan?
And Dave, not the finish.